Hey everybody, my name is Rochelle and I am an avid traveler who has been to over 40 countries, including 11 African nations. And I just repatriated to Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm here to talk about the first impressions that I've noticed since I've been here. I've only been here for about a week, and I just wanted to make this video just as a marker based on what I've noticed now and what I'm going to notice as time goes on. So let's get into it. Before I get into the first impressions, I wanted to start by talking about my first time in Kenya and why I chose Nairobi, Kenya as my repatriation destination. So, my first time in Kenya was earlier this year in March. I was traveling from Southern Africa to Northern Africa, and of course, I stopped in Kenya. I took a bus from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania to Mombasa, Kenya, and I explored Mombasa. I really enjoyed it. And afterwards, I took a bus from Mombasa to Nairobi, Kenya. And I really enjoyed my time in Nairobi as well. I stayed in the CBD. I explored the Eastleigh. I explored the fashion, the Maasai markets, everything that, you could think of. I just tried to see as much as I could see in Nairobi during my time here. And I really loved the energy here. I also really loved the business opportunities and the networking opportunities that I had here, which is why I decided to make it my permanent home base. So that is the story of how I decided to choose Nairobi, Kenya. And like I said, I just arrived here about a week ago. And here are some things that I have noticed since repatriating here. Again, this is first impressions. Comment below. Let me know if these are accurate. The first thing that I noticed ever since my first day moving here is how friendly the Kenyan women are. I really love just the energy here that I've experienced so far because Kenyan women are very kind, they're very friendly, they're very welcoming, and they always give me compliments. And I feel like they give each other compliments, they uplift each other. I have gotten so many compliments from Kenyan women. Literally, my first day here, I was walking down the street. Kenyan women, there was a woman who complimented my hair, who said she liked my hair. There was another woman who said she liked my style, my fashion. And I was just walking to the grocery store, and they were just I was getting compliments left and right. And I was like, oh my God, that is so sweet. And even the next day, I went out again, and I had two Kenyan women in the store tell me that they like my hair. I had another Kenyan woman tell me that I look good. They're just are complimenting me left and right, which I feel like this is the most compliments that I've ever gotten, especially by women. At one time, it's just been hitting me, and it's just so refreshing to be in an energy where women compliment each other. They're easy to compliment each other, to uplift each other, to hype each other up. So that is one thing that I've noticed that I've really been enjoying. I'm super excited to make friends here and just to see how everything just unfolds with friendships and relationships, because so far it seems like they're very friendly and they uplift each other. They're not scared to compliment each other. Because, sometimes people can just be stingy with the compliments for one reason or another. But here, they're not stingy with compliments. If you look good, they're going to tell you look good, period. Another thing that I noticed moving to Nairobi, Kenya, is the dog culture. My first time in Nairobi, in Kenya, I did not have my dog, of course. But now that I've moved here with my dog and I walk my dog, I've been getting some very interesting reactions. Let's just put it like that. I've literally had people scream and run away from my dog. My dog doesn't bark. She doesn't growl. She just minds her business. And I'm literally walking down the street and people are screaming and running away or just acting like they're just completely terrified of my dog. She's a poodle. Come on now, she is a poodle, and people are acting like they're terrified, literally running away or walking away or jumping out of the way. And it's just really? Really? Is it that deep? Come on now. And from what I understand, in Kenya, a lot of people have dogs as guard dogs, and they're usually seen as violent or aggressive. And so people are just generally more scared of dogs, I guess. But still, she's a poodle. Why are you screaming and running away from a poodle? I guess it's just a huge cultural difference. This is my first time experiencing anything like this. But some Kenyans, I guess, just don't rock with dogs. They don't fuck with dogs. And I've been getting some very interesting reactions, even when I just walk my dog down the street. So that has been a journey. And I think that's just a cultural difference when it comes to dog culture. Even on the plane to Nairobi, there was a man out that I was supposed to be sitting next to, you know, with our assigned seats. And he just said he didn't want to sit next to her at all. He didn't want anything to do with her. Like, he was just almost like upset, like that there was a dog on the plane. And he asked to switch his seat because he just couldn't believe that they could let a dog on a plane. And again, it's like, she doesn't bark, she doesn't growl, she's very well behaved. She's a poodle. Why are you mad? Like, why are you mad? What's the problem? But I guess that's just a huge cultural difference when it comes to dogs that I'm still getting used to. People really hate dogs. People are really scared of dogs. And I guess, you know, it is what it is. But yes, there is a big cultural difference. Also, another thing that I'm trying to understand about the culture is, I guess you can say, the hospitality, or maybe I'll say exchanging pleasantries. It is a little bit different than what I'm used to. For example, there have been times where I would say thank you or asante sana, and people would just walk away and they don't say you're welcome. They don't say, like, you know, karibu sana, or like, you know, about 90% of the time they don't, they just ignore me if I say thank you. But I'm used to living in Latin America where, like, if you say thank you to somebody, for example, in Colombia, when I say gracias, they will say con gusto or de nada, which means with pleasure, or de nada means it's nothing, you know? So it's just like, I think that's just another little bit of a culture shock that I've noticed. When I say thank you, people ignore me, they don't respond, and I guess it's just not normal to respond sometimes. Also, there have been times where I said hello and, or mambo or jumbo, and people ignored me. And I guess that's just another cultural difference that I'm just getting used to. Maybe it's just a big city vibe. I don't know. But when I say hello, people kind of look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. And I'm just like, I'm literally just saying hello to, like, somebody that I'm passing by, you know, or I think it's just maybe a big city thing. Let's just say that it's a big city thing. Sometimes people don't respond when I say hello or mambo or jumbo or thank you, you know. And I guess that's just a big city Nairobi vibe. I'm used to exchanging pleasantries, you know, and not everybody, I guess not everybody got time for that. They don't got time for that. So that's another cultural adjustment that I'm making. I just prefer to be nice, be polite. It takes literally half a second to exchange pleasantries. And it makes people feel better, you know, sometimes. But some people don't want to do it, and that's their choice. And that's something that I got to get used to living in Nairobi. Another thing that I noticed this a little bit when I was visiting, but I'm especially noticing it now that I'm living here. Kenya is not very affordable, okay? Kenya can be very expensive. And even when you are trying to stay within a budget, it can be a little bit difficult staying within like a lower budget. For example, I just went out to go grocery shopping and to get hygiene products. I got like deodorant, floss, toothpaste, mouthwash, you know, body soap, like all the basic hygiene stuff, and groceries and like seasonings and stuff. And I would say all of my hygiene stuff, my cleaning products, my groceries, only about 1 week of groceries costed nearly $300. And it's just like, oh, also I had to buy shampoo, conditioner, you know, so it's like hair products, hygiene products, grocery products, $300. That's a little bit up there, even for me. Like, that's up there. That's expensive. And it was just at the local supermarket. So, Kenya is not extremely affordable. Don't come here thinking that it's extremely affordable. Like, for example, I would say Thailand is extremely affordable. Colombia is affordable, you know, but Kenya is not extremely affordable. And that's one thing you have to know before trying to move here or live here. You are going to be paying sometimes prices that are similar to the United States. That's just the truth. Like when I was translating the currency, especially for natural hair products, when I was translating the currency, some of the products were more expensive than the United States or equal price to the United States. Kenya, you're not gonna get a discount on everything just because it's Africa. So keep that in mind, okay? Another thing that I feel like I have to get used to, something that I've noticed, is that in Kenya, most of the times, like, people talk quietly, people talk softly. And as an American, sometimes I don't even notice how loud I'm talking because I've been talking like this my whole life. And I also feel like we have a very blunt culture. But that's something that I'm trying to be more conscious of because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to come across the wrong way to anybody. And yeah, like, I'm just trying to be conscious about that to avoid rubbing anybody the wrong way. But sometimes I can be a little bit, my voice can be elevated. I can be a little bit blunt. It's not in a rude way or angry way. You know, it's just me doing what I'm used to, talking how I'm used to talking. But I have noticed, especially the women here, they do tend to talk quieter. They do tend to be soft spoken sometimes. And like I said, there's been times where, like, somebody said something to me and I was like, oh, what? Just what? What? I don't think that that's like, let's say, considered polite here. When somebody calls your name, you'd be like, what? You know, I don't think, like, just stuff like that, or like just trying to be conscious of the level of my voice so that people don't perceive me in the wrong way or miscommunicate anything with me. Another thing that I've noticed is that M-Pesa is king. Cash is not king in Nairobi. M-Pesa is king. And I would say it's the equivalent of like Cash App or Venmo in the United States. Or if you're from Brazil, it's the equivalent of Pix in Brazil. So yeah, M-Pesa is just a way to electronically send money to anybody that you want. And I do think that most people prefer to use M-Pesa rather than carry cash. So I actually did get an M-Pesa account a couple days ago. I'm still learning how to use it. From what they told me, I actually need to set up a Kenya bank account too, so that I can transfer money from my Kenya bank account to my M-Pesa, because if I don't do that, then I have to top up my M-Pesa with cash. I have to go to an M-Pesa location to top up with cash if I don't have a Kenya bank account. So that's next on my list, is to try to get a Kenya bank account. But yes, I just got an M-Pesa account. I haven't even used it yet. I don't know how to use it. I'm just looking, I'm looking for a way to get a Kenya bank account, or I think I have to go add money to my M-Pesa. But anyway, M-Pesa is king. So if you're going to be staying in Nairobi or Kenya for an extended period of time, just go ahead and get M-Pesa. All you need is your passport. Super quick, super easy, because everybody uses it. Everybody is going to be using it, okay? The last thing that I've noticed, even though I've been here for less than a week, is how many people are open to working with me and networking with me, which makes me super excited for the future. A lot of people have reached out to me wanting to collaborate, wanting to work with me, and that makes me very excited because I've lived in countries and cities where it was very difficult to network. It was very difficult to get your foot in the door. Everything was a struggle. Every step I took was a struggle. But now that I'm in Nairobi, people are reaching out to me. I'm already scheduling meetings with people. I'm already scheduling to, link up with people and to collaborate with people. And that is a very refreshing energy compared to all the difficulties that I've had living in other countries. So I'm super excited for the future, and I'm just super excited to see, what the future has in store for me, especially with all of these opportunities that are just happening for me here. I am super excited. So these are just the first impressions that I've noticed my first week in Kenya. I think I'm going to make an update video at like the maybe 1 month mark, 3 month mark, 6 month mark, etc. But I just wanted to make this video just to kind of document my journey. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful to you. Comment below what you think, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.